Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome to episode number 6 of my Wycombe FIFA 14 Road to Glory career mode. And here today, after some suggestions I read in the comments, with a couple of injuries for 3 months, so it is a decent amount of time. We're going to be missing two positions, two centre midfielders for 3 months. So I thought it would be good to change formation, and this is not really a centre mid formation. You got a defensive mid, and then you got a centre attacking mid where you can probably push the wingers into. Probably not Cow and Hall, maybe types like Wood, technical good players, not pacey players. Players with good passing, good long shots, you'll slot into there like Max Kretschmer. I'm going to be giving him a chance. He's a young player. I think he has around 67 potential. And yeah, I just had to change formation because I simply wouldn't have fit a quality team into this way. And I think this formation is good as well. It's always been good in FIFA, and hopefully we can continue getting some decent results here today. But first game is against Accrington away, and this is a huge season as well. There's heaps of cup competitions we're in as well. You're going to see John Stone's Paint Trophy in the next episode, and also some Capital One Cup. Very, very good games to watch out for in the coming episodes. So, yeah, there's going to be heaps of different kind of games you're going to see, which is exciting, and for me to play it myself. But you see here, Sumdal comes past. He actually got past well, and someone left in the comments, it's the way to pronounce his name is Sumdal instead of Cumdal, like with an S instead. So, yeah, I'm just going to follow off what someone else says, and if that's wrong, I apologise. But if it's right, that's all good, as their goalkeeper takes a tumble. Luckily, you didn't get too injured, you want to be nice or whatever, but again, getting down the wings, and this is something different I'll probably do more in this kind of formation with less players through the middle. The previous formation, 4-5-1, with the 3 centre mids, this one is more reliant on the wingers, as you saw again, Sumdal with the finesse shot. That's going to be a reoccurrence. At this kind of level, your players aren't going to be high quality, and it results into some embarrassing shots. But we kind of dominated this game so far. It's a thing I've done in the past. If you watch my games, 56% of possession and not really letting my opponent have many shots on goal. You can see here defending deep, and that's just a mix of what the kind of formation you use, but also the custom tactic. I've got a very good custom tactic. I might share with you if I do well with it, not if I do crap like some people say. Some people expect you to win every single game, and if you lose against the CPU in one match, you're crap. But yeah, that's the way it is, really. But yeah, being realistic, I'm really happy how I've done so far in early games. There's so much more games to show. Like, I can't wait to show you what I can do in the Capital One Cup, actually. Like I said, I have the John Stone's Paint Trophy, but I feel Capital One Cup you get a bit more money from, but you just got to see how it pans out. And going to be playing in some tough teams, of course. Hard teams. First game played against Huddersfield in that. And next up, I think we have Preston next. They'll be in the next episode, I think. So watch out for that. Another team that's above our level. And if we can beat them, that really showcases what I can do with a low-rated team. But again, it's just one of those games where I couldn't get my shots going. And if you manage at this level, or not manage, just play, I guess, with these kind of teams, you notice sometimes, especially towards the end of the games when your fitness goes low, your players react really slow. I'm not sure if it's just me, but that's something I notice. My players react really slow when they pass and everything, and the passes seem really slow, and their movement is really slow, and just everything is slow. So yeah, that's very unfortunate because it's just harder in that way. And again, goalkeepers at level, they really elect to punch a lot. They don't try and grab it, of course. It's just because of their quality, really. But if they have a punch trait, I think my goalkeeper does, or I could be mistaking him for someone else. Ended here. You see Kretschmer, he had a chance there, that kind of long shot. He got it on target, and it was impressive, really. We had a decent amount, and our defenders were so good in this game. You can see from the ratings, and especially we're a team that's 22nd in real life. Actually, next weekend, they lost in real life this weekend, so that pushes them more down. Well, they're kind of in the same position, but next weekend, Wycombe playing against Northampton, the team that's below them in the relegation zone. Yeah, that's going to be a crucial game. And I know it's stupid to say, but no, I'm not going to say it, just so stupid, but I don't want Wycombe to do good. I want them to finish low as possible, so my expectations are low like that. But anyway, yeah, what I basically mean is they're so low right now, and it will be really good because I'm not going to be coming in that kind of position. Well, I hope not. I'll definitely get fired then. So, yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this career a lot more than I've ever done. But saying that, I've always enjoyed these careers. Like back when I used to do this before I made videos, like way before I made videos, like the FIFA 10s, FIFA 11s, those kind of days where I used to play heaps, like when I was still in schools and stuff, like on the weekend playing or whatever. I really look back and enjoy doing that. So yeah, I can see these kind of careers will be most my like successful ones. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to do them until now because I always elected to do big teams like people suggest, but I really went with what I personally enjoyed back in the day, and that probably would be best to do, I reckon. But focusing on this here, in this cup match, you can only have 5 on the bench, and that really plagues your chances, or not really chances, your options in bringing on players off the bench, because you don't know who's going to have a bad game, whose fitness is low, like whose energy, who's playing bad, like I said. You don't have much options, you could see, and one of them, you always put a goalkeeper on, of course, in case your goalkeeper gets sent off or something unfortunate, even though I don't think my goalkeeper has ever been sent off in FIFA. Yeah, I've never seen that, or my goalkeeper got injured. Never, ever. Only injured when I've not been playing games, just injured in training or whatever. You know, you just get messages like the preseason or whatever, your goalkeeper's injured. That's the only time a goalkeeper's been injured for me. Not sure about you, but yeah, moving on in this away match today against Rochdale in this John Stones Pain Trophy. It is, to me, it's just like, for a Premier League team, it's like the Capital One Cup. It's not something of importance. These kind of teams, you want to make sure you do well in the league and not get relegated, especially a team that's around there in real life. And this situation here, the first half, for most of the first half up until now, I defended well, but at this stage, I just not could. The two things that happen, I could not keep possession, you can see here, and they just kept attacking me. Like, I kept winning it back, but it just keeps going back to them, like this, you can see here. Again, with Marvin McCoy winning it. And we move on, trying to pass it, but we just keep giving it away. The assisted passing is not even assisted. It assisted to the opposition, that's what it feels like. Might as well play on manual controls, it might pass closer to my player. I wouldn't be surprised. Leave in your comments if you play on manual or semi, what do you think is the best setting, and how do you feel assisted passing is? Like, you know when you have the goalkeeper and you want to pass it to the fullback from the kick-in, and it never passes to him, it passes to the centre-back, and then it goes to a player, and then you concede a goal, which is really frustrating, especially online. You know, like you got the kick-in, and when the ball's down, and you're trying to pass it to a fullback, like the right side or left side, and it goes to the centre-back where one of their strikers are waiting. That's really... Is that assisted? Is it EA? That's just another thing that could be fixed in the game. It's been like that for a couple of years, if I'm honest, or always, probably. I don't really know, but they play a ball here again. We're lucky to not concede, if I'm honest. We defended well. Again, the pressure has been good. Defending in the box has been excellent, actually. Just when I get the ball back, my players don't have the passing ability, or I'm not sure if I don't think properly. No, I'm not going to say that. I know who I want to pass it to. You can see clear the options, but like here, throw in. It's good we have a player there, and I think I actually get past here. And again, well, that's not really a showcase there. Just during that, I guess, 7 or 8 minutes of play, you can see the opposition closed me down a lot. And up to this stage, I was just frustrated. I couldn't get the ball back. You probably say don't run your goalkeeper up. That's probably the first time I did it in the game, but you wouldn't notice that. You just see it once and then you say don't do that. I couldn't get the ball back at all. And I was just frustrated because I couldn't score a goal, and that obviously would have led to that. Because in my head, I wanted to do well in this competition, and I tried to catch him offside as well. And when I had that situation, I was like, nah, I can't do this anymore. Like, and we pick up an injury as well, yet another injury. So this could go from bad to worse from here on out. But yeah, if I start losing games, yeah, it will just be like real life. It will only be realistic, and yeah, you got to expect their expectations and not expect me to be like not Manchester United in real life, like a Chelsea or Liverpool or Arsenal winning every single game. We have definitely different expectations and performing in real life. We had a shot there, unlucky to not score, but that's just the way it goes for this game. But honestly, this is early season games. I don't want to give away results, but I don't want you to like get too disappointed with my results because yeah, I can just say they're not always going to be like this. There's going to be much better results, whether it be playing good or winning against a team in the Premier League in the Capital One Cup. Yeah, who knows? That may happen. It may not happen. But if it does, yeah, like that's all I can say. If that does happen, you can't really do more than that as this kind of team. But yeah, the thing is, there's going to be so many games, and rotating your team fitness, like just generally managing in the top league, like Premier League or whatever, like Spanish league, top league, Spanish, whatever, like Italian, all those top leagues, French league, whatever, Bundesliga, all those top leagues. Still, fitness is a trouble, but when you're at this level, it's even more a trouble. You play more games, but also the player's stamina is worse. So the positive out of this is what the best thing I do. I take a negative and turn it into a positive, like with the tactic and the injuries. I change formation, and hopefully it will pay benefits for a reason I said before. Playing better, maybe against some better teams. We'll see how it pans out. But what I basically mean here, it gives me the money to sign a new player, and desperately we needed to. So I was going to check out some players I had on my watch list. Had quite a few players. So yeah, I'm just really, sometimes with this kind of team, I get really frustrated because you saw how we played, really. The passing and everything's really bad. It just frustrates me. And it doesn't help having your two best central midfielders out, who are probably going to be your best passers in the team. So with that, I'm going to be signing, at least on a loan transfer, an ex-Manchester City player, Abdul Razak. And that's what you got to try and do at this level. Try and get Premier League quality, well, not Premier League quality, players from Premier League teams into your squad, whether it be on loan or free transfer. His contract's actually running out. So if he does well for me, I could potentially make an offer for him, like on approach on his contract, on the pre-contract in January. It would be great to sign him. He's 3K on the wages, so we should be able to, because we'll be paying him already, so we'll have that money. We should have that money, and he'll be a great player. But again, just because he's a good player, I'm not going to sign him for sure. He has to play well for me. So the jury will be out for me. Like, I'm going to judge how he plays. But if he performs and he's got some decent potential for this level, I think it's in the 70s. He could come up and be an excellent player. I'm going to put high hopes for him. And he's more, not a centre mid, he's a centre attacking mid. He can score goals, he can defend well, he's got some pace, a little bit of strength. Coming from Man City, especially from Ivory Coast as well. I guess Man City wanted him to be like the next Yaya Toure. That didn't quite work out for them. But if he could do something for us, like getting a player from a Premier League team, Man City he was on, but moved to West Ham, it's going to be an important player for me by any stretch of the imagination. Like, he's going to be so better than other players in my team. See his attributes here: 76 sprint speed, are good for a central player, and he's got some very good skill attributes that I'll show you in these last this last minute of this video. So yeah, of course, we didn't get good results in this game, or this episode more so, in the games in this episode. But it's a long, long season. There's so many games, and I'm still getting to know my better players, all of that. And yeah, I've got some good games to show you next. Like I said, Capital One Cup, I'm excited to show you the Capital One Cup games, man. I can't wait. Playing against some good teams. We've got Preston. Obviously, if I beat them, there's going to be some harder teams, maybe some Premier League teams down the track. And it would be insane to think, if we play against a Premier League team and actually beat them, I would be so excited, honestly. But yeah, anyway, getting towards the end of the video, I would love my experience for my players as well to play against Premier League teams. It will be great for them to get the experience. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, drop a like. Continue the likes. Fantastic. I appreciate it. Or dislike if you don't like me. I still improve. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time.